going on YouTube? Welcome back to Living Life Fast, and today you join me in a 668 bhp E92 BMW M3. In fact, one of my favourite M cars. I actually used to own an E92. My missus owns an E93, the convertible version, so I'm very familiar with this platform. And I'm all by myself, reason being, I've just bought this car for LLF Games, meaning you can actually win it for just £10. Obviously, ticket link in the description below. But I have been out in a few of these supercharged M3s. Remember Anthony's? I think it was a 650 horsepower saloon. Problem with Anthony's car was it was more set up for track, so under acceleration, it was really pulling around. On longer straights, dual carriageways, it weren't as bad, but this car's got stock suspension, EDC, lowering springs, and I've already obviously driven it back from Southampton where I bought it from, and it's actually really nice to drive. So today we're gonna go hit some roads, see what she's like, and yeah, enjoy the video. Before we get into it, please subscribe to my channel and make sure bell notifications are set to all so you're notified the second I release a video. So let's start this car. As I say, guys, we're gonna go for a quick little drive. It's not gonna be super informative. I just wanna show you what it's like because she sounds angry. Have a listen to this. Obviously fully decatted exhaust. It's a stock system, but I think it's just been gutted out, decatted. Ridiculous. Are you hearing that? Is the mic catching that? Oh my God. Have a listen to this, guys. Whoa! Jesus. That is one very sensitive throttle, man. Oh, so much torque, man. It's weird, like, because 668 bhp, I mean, it feels ridiculously fast, but it's all at the top, so it's not like a turbocharged car where you get it low down. This car, you got to work for it, man. Have a listen. Oh my God. This is so offensive. That's why I had to shoot this video today, guys. Have a listen. I ain't even talking. Just listen. Second. Yeah, even a stock E92 M3, they are so loud, man. And I actually just started up my Hellcat just to see the comparison. And this sounds, I say it every time, I think it is genuinely one of the best sounding engines, once you do an exhaust mod, of course. But yeah, like right now, it feels really nice over this surface. Stock suspension, we've got the EDC, so it's not the fixed version. This is adaptive, so on these kind of roads, you can soften the springs. And then when you want to go for a nice hard drive, maybe on track, or on some better roads, you can lock it out so there's less roll. But right now we've got it off because it is pretty bad. So I mean, let's go traction off because I think that this car, look, second gear. Got a nice spread out curve, you know, look, flat in second. The way it winds up at the top, man, yeah, it's crazy. I think it probably is putting out 668, you know, but it's really at the top of the RPM, so it makes it very usable, man. That is how, I mean, I'm sure that's a sign of good mapping because you want to be able to use the power, right? And I suppose this car is ready for track days, right? A lot of people supercharge these, hit the tracks. So for anyone that's unaware of the M3, you're talking 414 horsepower from factory. I always get confused. It's around 420-ish horsepower, we say. 295 foot-pounds of torque. We do also have a 6-speed manual. I think I have mentioned that. If I haven't, that is another reason why I got this car. They are more known for the 7-speed dual clutches. They are absolutely rapid with gear changes, but you cannot beat the involvement of this 6-speed manual, man. You know, it's making me think. It's so much more fun. This is dying for a set of KW V3s though. Just with like a fast road track setup, but it still feels nice. Moves, boy. Like, that's like 5% throttle and it's just, car's just on it. It's so eager to go forward. Something I'm noticing immediately with this car is how much low down torque there is. I mean, 295 from factory, that's still a lot of torque, but it's actually where it makes it. Like, you've really got to rev it out usually. Whereas this car, look, we're in, that's fifth gear. Is that fifth gear? Yeah, fifth gear. No, sorry, that might have been third. But, like, picks up regardless. Like, usually there's nothing. Like, these cars are some of the easiest ones to catch off guard, like Golf R's and, ooh, let me go back there. Yeah, your usual turbocharged hatchbacks will catch these cars off guard most of the time. But this car is now running over 410 foot-pounds, which is more than enough. Still makes it a usable power. Of course, it's got a custom tune. I think, is it Adam Reeves' his name? Sorry, I forgot your name wrong. Something Reeves is the guy that basically supercharges most of these cars. I haven't had a second to check over everything. I've just jumped out and filmed it. But yeah, ESS supercharger kit. I think they're around £10,000. Usually get the upgraded rod bearings as well. Cool flat bottom steering wheel, finished in leather. You've got a blue pinstripe with the M stitching on the inside. We've got volume controls, we've got the M button on the steering wheel, and the cabin is in really good condition. Like, I can't see any marks on the plastics. This is usually finished with a dry look. As you can see, it's like more wet. It's actually like a plastic finish. So obviously the E92 is rear wheel driven. You get an electronic M differential, so it loves to slide, which we're not going to do any of that today because someone is going to be winning this. It's a very well balanced car from factory. You know, the steering, it's nice and alert. We have got the I-back spring, so we've got a lower center of gravity. We've also got upgraded alloys, so we've got BBS. Is it the CHRs? They are 295s on the rear, Michelin Pilot Sports all round. And yeah, the car just inspires a lot of confidence. I mean, we've got an extra 250 horsepower and it doesn't affect the chassis on the M3. It almost feels like it needs this. Feels nice and tight, man. Obviously, we've got the I-back lowering springs, makes it that little bit more planted. We've got good tyres on, Michelin Pilot Sports. Plenty of low down torque. And it's just really comfortable. That is the selling point of the M3. You've got a super dynamic car, which at the same time is very comfortable and luxurious. Like, we've got electric seats, they're fully heated, parking sensors, air conditioning, electric windows. I mean, obviously that is the absolute norm for 2021, but look at the cabin. It's brand spanking new. The seats are in awesome condition. What we've got, 82,000 miles on the clock, full service history. Brakes are actually from an F10 M5, apparently Brembo calipers. And round here, yeah, I'm getting a reality of just how fast this car is now. Obviously, we've got a 6-speed manual, so the gears are even longer. Like, it really don't stop revving. And yeah, they're known to be fairly reliable. I've not really heard of people blowing these up. I mean, obviously, like, I haven't done research, but they don't really put too much stress on the engine. I've never seen any of them build the engines on these. Man, it has got such a sensitive throttle. And you know what I love? The fact that it hasn't taken anything away from the standard M3. Like, yeah, you've got to be careful, you know, entering corners because you are traveling at a much faster speed now, but we have got good brakes. We've got the brakes obviously from an F10 M5. You got the brakes from an F10 M5. Apparently Brembo. I'm not sure if it's just got stickers on there, but it says Brembo. And initially, when I felt the brakes, I was like, why would you put these brakes on? Because they didn't feel that great. But now we've got them warmed up. We've pressed them a couple of times. They're actually nice and sensitive. And I felt that in many cars, actually. You actually got to get a bit of heat into them for them to work. For anyone wondering what's going on with the GTR, it actually started for the first time today with no exhaust. I'm so damn excited to collect that car. So recently I put up a post saying it's going to be getting tuned on the 4th, 5th and 6th. I was trying to get it ready for JM Race Wars, which is the 15th, but I've now decided I want that car to be perfect before I put any type of power down in that car. The money that's been spent and how long it's been, I want it to be absolutely perfect. So we're probably gonna have to wait for the next JM Race Wars, which I think will be in June, and that's when the GTR will hopefully be performing correctly. So we've now got it booked in for the 18th and 19th, where we've got Race Cow who are going to come down and map it. So we'll have a pump map and we will have an E85 map done on the car, and yeah, we'll see how close we can get to 2,000 horsepower. Right, so guys, I'm going to end the video there. Just a quick rough video. I wanted to just shoot it ASAP, otherwise I would have never got it done. But there will be a dedicated POV drive video shot on the LLF Games YouTube channel. Ticket links also for this car is in the description. Remember, you can win it for just £10. After 48 hours, it goes up to $11.99. But yeah, please consider hitting subscribe on the LLF Games YouTube channel as well. As mentioned, there'll be a dedicated POV drive video going up on that channel also. So guys, I think that is a wrap. See you in a bit.